Okay, student, welcome to week 2. This is the file for week 2 data that we are going to begin to create a template. Okay, so in this data, you're going to learn the monthly budget that represent 3 months. Okay, and also the budget for rent, car, credit card, food, phone, and the total. Okay, I take this out first. Okay, first of all, okay, we are going to look at the type of the data that you are going to key in the each of the cells. Okay, so the type of data is very important. So should be the first one that I'm going to talk about. Okay, so this type of data is text. Okay, so you just key the text over there. Okay, students, as you can see now, our main agenda for today is going to be talking about type of data, cell format, Excel functions. And when we talk about type of data, we can see there are quite some types of data that you have to know when you key into the Excel. First of all, I want to talk about when you look at the sheet, the spreadsheet, you can see there this type of data is a text, right? In the computer science, we call it string. It's a text data. And also, you look at this number. It's also number, right? Actually, it can be something else like currency, not just the number. Okay, and if we look at this sheet, and there's something about the format or type of data here, you see that these type of data, and if you look at the formula bar show here is gonna be first January 2016, but this is showing this kind of format. But if you don't like, you can just highlight all the cell and then click right click, and then you go to format cell, and you can change it to for some of you the setting is different, but for me I have to change the format to what I like for example, if you look at the format cells and you can see a date, right? So you can select whatever you want. So this is the default is gonna be selected as a local locations. So I want to change it into English. So I can have like several types that I want to show. But actually the real data is the 1st of January 2016. But I can show any kind of them like okay, day, month, and year, something like this. If I choose this, I gonna see something like this. Maybe if I like this, I just keep it. But in this case, I just prefer to show month and year. So it's better to choose this one. So I click OK. It's gonna change to a month and year. So this is how you change format of the date. Okay, so this is the first thing that you learn. So in this data type, it become the type of data become date, not just the text or the number. Okay, so that is first introduction to the types of the data. So and also you have number, right? So if you want to change this into something else, maybe you can click the cell and go to format cell as well. You say, okay, this type of data is not just the number, it's a currency. You just want to put like บาท with two decimal places ทศนิยม2ตำแหน่งtwo decimal places you just click okay so it's gonna change to baht with everything. Okay, after that if you don't want you just undo it and you can get the thing get back again. So that is how we change the format. So we do this later. The thing is I want to show you now it's just the simple one. So maybe some of you don't know how to do it. If you just want to let's say you want to find the total of this month, what can you do? Give you a little bit of time. You want to put the data, you want to combine all the things here. What can you do? Some of you can do like this, right? Equal to what? This one plus this one, right? Plus this one plus, sorry, plus this one and plus this one, and then enter. You can get the total number of January, right? That is one way to do it. Anyone doing this? Anyone doing something like this? Okay, it's nothing wrong, but let's say if you have 1,000 of line, 1,000 of record, 1,000 of the row, what can you do? You just do it one by one. It's very time consuming and you use lots of time to do it, right? So it brings you another thing that we are going to discuss today. It's going to be about, of course, it's going to be about basic Excel functions that you have to learn in order to create this template or reuse, and you can distribute to others. And if you make like this, the objective is you want to make the spreadsheet like this, and you want the calculations, and you want to distribute to your colleague, your friend, and your friend just key in the maybe some data like months data or the data of each of the sales, and then everything will be calculated automatically. So that is the objective of creating the template for the Excel. So that is what we're gonna do for this week. Okay, starting with the simple one. And let's say we have this. I just talk about this total number. So actually you can do things like easier using the Excel formula or Excel basic functions. Okay, sometimes we call formula, sometimes we call function. It's the same meaning. Because when you go to the formula tab, okay, you can see things like a lot of formula here that you can see. Okay, so let's say let's get started with the how many formula that we are going to learn today. So we're gonna learn the basic formula. Okay, if you see the slide, you can see shortcut slide and talking about the shortcut that we're gonna use, like control. If you click Control and Z at the same time, it's gonna be something like you're gonna undo it. You're gonna undo it. I'm going to show you how to do Control Z now. Okay, let's see. You just key some number here in the sales, right? And you want to undo it. You just click Control Z. Okay, and it's gonna be disappear. So that is how you can use Control Z. Next one is Control X. It's gonna be like cut. Control V is gonna be like paste, and Control Shift arrow is gonna be select the cells. Okay, we're not gonna use it right now, but you can. I just show you just a little bit of control, uh, and also the we can get back to the sheet. Okay, you can see that you can see the data here, right? And you can see the total here. And if I use Control Shift and the right arrow, I select this Control Shift and the right arrow, it's gonna select the whole row, right? And if I just place Control Shift down and then uh, arrow down, I get everything. So it can help me to select all the cells just in case that I have like 1,000 row or 2,000 row. It's very difficult to just like if you can do like this, but it's very difficult if you don't have a shortkey. So this is shortkey can be like very handy to do it, to use it. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the anatomy or structure of the functions. If you look at the Excel functions, there is going to be, you need the equal sign, and then you equal to function name, and then the argument. Okay, so this is called argument. And this is in this example there are more operator like divide by 100. So this is just show you some example, and we show how to do it. For the next things that I want to talk, so these all are basic functions that you need to learn in order to create the spreadsheet or the simple template for your friend to reuse it from this one. Okay, let's see. So this is very difficult if we want to use like equal to b1 b5 plus b6 plus b7 plus 8 plus 9. So what we do is we just need to use like, we don't want to do it that way because it's time consuming, and we can use the Excel function like sum. Okay, if we know, if we can remember, let's say if we cannot remember, what can we do? We can just go to things like this, and we can go to the formula, and you can see there are math functions that you can use sum, right? Okay, you can just like this, and Excel will be very smart. It's gonna help you to identify the argument. The argument is what is in the parentheses. Okay, so these are the cells that B5 to B9, B5 to B9, this one, right? So it's very clever. It helps you to identify, so you don't have to do it by hand, right? So but some of you can just like typing one by one, but this is if you see, okay, this is correct, you just click OK, so it fill the number for you. But however, what's wrong with this? It's very, Excel is very clever as well. So if there is something wrong, Excel try to help you. Okay, sometimes the help is not very good, but anyway, but it try to help you. Like let's say, because Excel asks you that you want, let's say this is total, right? You want to include this one as well. Actually, it's not, because you know that this one is it's different type of the data. It's a month and the year, right? So you don't need it. So you just ignore it. Just click this and it disappear. Okay, so that is what you can do for first uh, the first formula is a sum. Okay, and else that we can do? When you do sum, this is the sum of each month, right? And if you look at the row here, it's the sum of the rent. Okay, so you can do the same, but at the moment I don't want to do it right now. I just want to try to show you how to do other things, like so if you can, anyway, you can, let's say I go in this way, I go to formula, right? You can just click this. If you don't know how to find, you just can click that, and you want to find sum, right? It's gonna search for the function sum. Okay, it's gonna try to, in the math or in the, let's say all, you can find there are a lot of functions. Okay, can use to find to the math, right? You can use this way as well, but for, I think, the most of the time, if you use a lot, and you will be able to remember the function name, right? And you can use this way as well, is try to identify the method, this one for you. And also when the error pop up, just go to ignore the error. Okay, so that is how you create a total using some function. And the next thing is we want to talk about is some min. Okay, I want you to be able to create, use the same function as mine. And okay, min, the next one. So the data that we type in is text data, right? And we want to know max as well. And we want to know average, right? And we want to know, it's just a label, okay? We want to know the mean for each month, max for each month, and average for each month. And then we want to count. Okay, so that is how we create the template. Okay, so you can, what if you want to do for min? Okay, so min is you have to the next function that we are going to try to get the, okay, so you can just click equal to min, and then it's gonna pop up with the function, and you can choose it, right? You can choose it, and you can just drag this one, and it find the min for you. But and also you can just do this, click insert functions, and find min for you. But this is not in the math, it's in the statistics. You can find the min. It can find the min for you. Okay, you can click OK, and it fill with the B5 to B11. So this is not what you want, right? Because it includes the total as well. You want B5 to B9, right? So this is not correct. So just you can change it, right? And that's it, the way that you can do, right? Or you can just like use the formula, and you have a lot of you know, lot of function that you can use, the mathematics, financial, almost everything. Okay, you can use that one. But the one that I prefer, actually, I use quite a lot. Okay, it's very convenient for me if I do like this. Okay, and the next one is max. Max you can do like equal to max, right? Equal to max, and then you want to find the maximum in January, you can do it like this, and then enter. Okay, if you want to inspect into the arguments and it show you everything, okay, how the number come from, okay, and is equal to 1,200, and you can ignore it as well. Okay, so this is you just ignore it as well because it's already correct. But and also average, if you want to find the average, you can just go and like it come with the recommendation. Okay, so this is pretty easy. And also you can insert you can just like use a formula for the okay, in this case you cannot find, you don't know what to find, right? Let's say if you don't know average and you don't know what to find, what can you do? You just go to this and it comes with the recommendation. You want to find the average and it try to find for you, right? It's going to find for you. Now you have average, right? Average, you can go and click OK, and then it show you B12, B13. So this is not what you want. You just change and you just want to find average from this one to this one, right? And then you click OK, so you can get 390. And next thing, you want to count, right? You want to count of the how many items, right? If we just human, we just can count, right? It's very easy, 1 2 3 4 5, right? But if there are many row or record, it's things gonna be getting more difficult to to try to count everything. Okay, you can use the function like equal to count, right? So it can come with like this. It can count for you because become 5. Okay, so that is you can ignore the error. So that is what you have for the first month. Okay, everything should be okay now.